Friends, I want to remind you that we win or lose by the words we choose. So what are the words that you're choosing to create your world? My friend Carla always says, your words create your world. And I ask you to think about, what words are you choosing today to create your world? And I want to share a few things today about how powerful the words we say to ourselves truly are. And I want to remind you that your brain is always listening and that words matter. Your actions will follow your thoughts. And we want to make sure that we're speaking good words to ourselves. I want to talk really quickly about Dr. Masaru Emoto, a Japanese researcher who explored the effect of words, emotions, and environmental influences on the molecular structure of water. In these experiments, he used water samples and exposed them to different types of stimuli, such as spoken words, written phrases, music, before being frozen. And then he photographed them under a microscope. It's very fascinating. In one part of the experiment, Emoto exposed the water to hateful or negative words like "I hate you" or "you fool" before freezing it. And the resulting ice crystals displayed a very chaotic and distorted pattern with irregular, asymmetrical structures. In contrast, however, the water exposed to the positive words like love or thank you formed beautiful, symmetrical, well-organized crystals. And Emoto's experiment suggested that energy, spoken words, or emotions can affect the molecular structure of water, influencing how it crystallizes when frozen. Now, the scientific community remains divided on his findings due to the lack of reproducibility, under controlled conditions. But nevertheless, the experiment has sparked discussions about the potential impact of words and emotions on physical matter. Friends, we are the physical matter, and these words are the words that we're going to use to navigate where we go in life. So it's important to choose wisely. Are you aware that our brain doesn't really differentiate between what we imagine and what is real? It actually reacts to our thoughts as if they are our reality. So whatever you believe is happening and whatever you believe to be true, your brain responds to it as if it is your reality. And this is why it's so important to have your self-talk remain positive, because regardless of what circulates in your brain will execute it, whether there's any truth in it or not. You have worrying thoughts, your brain executes things. Let's make it correct, right? It doesn't sort out whether it's true or false. It just computes. So we want to make sure that because it doesn't differentiate between fact or fiction, that we're very, very aware of the thoughts that we allow to roll through our mind. Allow yourself the space to create a life that you love and relationships that you want by believing you deserve them and that you already have them. I love learning from Marissa Peer, and she is a renowned therapist. She emphasizes the concept of I am enough, or I am more than enough. I love that she says that I am a more than enough. She believes that many of our negative thoughts stem from that deep-seated belief that we're not enough. And by changing that self-talk to affirmations like I am enough, we can rewire our brain to believe in our own worthiness, which in turn changes our own behavior and our outcomes. For instance, if you constantly tell yourself, I'm not good enough for this job, I'm not smart enough, you might unconsciously sabotage your efforts, confirming that belief because your brain's in execution mode, right? But if you start saying, I'm more than capable of succeeding, you're going to approach those tasks with confidence, improving your performance and outcomes. Because remember that your brain will execute anything you allow to run through it. You can control it if you choose to. One of the other teachers that I love is Wayne Dyer, and I love his perspective on positive thinking. And one of my favorite sayings by Wayne Dyer, who was clearly a pioneer in the self-help movement, died way too soon. But if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. This means our perceptions are what shape our reality. And if we perceive ourselves as capable and worthy, our actions will align with that perception. Conversely, if we view ourselves as failures, our actions will reflect in that belief as well, leading to the self-fulfilling prophecies, right? Our brain wants and desires congruence, regardless of what that congruence is. And the important part is that you control whether it's positive or negative reality. You get to choose, right? And I'm very well known for saying choices create change. When you change your choices change. Why? Because your brain is like a computer, but it's your hands at the keyboard giving commands. You could sit all day at the computer, and if you don't push a button, nothing's going to happen, right? This is the same as your brain. Your brain will execute whatever your thoughts are. So, #make good choices. That's what I say all the time. And I want to give you 7 practical tools today for creating better thinking, to change that stinking thinking that we often talk about to a life filled with joy, because that's what you deserve. So I want to talk to you today about first I'm a very practical person, so I want to give you actually practical tools. Okay. The first one is just truly is awareness. And the first step is becoming aware of your self-talk, this self-language, that ticker tape running in your mind. Pay attention to the words you use when you think about yourself, when you speak about yourself to yourself, especially when you speak to yourself, because that is what I call self-bullying. Because your voice is the loudest voice you will ever hear, and it's right here. It's not even heard out loud, but you hear it very loud in here. The second is to challenge your negative thoughts. Dr. Daniel Amen suggested writing down your negative thoughts and questioning them. Ask yourself, is this thought true? Just take that moment of pause and say, is it true? Is it helpful? And ask yourself, is this going to enhance my life? Because often our negative thoughts are based on our fears and insecurities, not actually reality. We have to challenge those thoughts. And by the way, this is your reminder right now that everything you think is not true. That is something that is a very important point. If you remember nothing I said today, remember that everything you think is not true. Number 3 is using affirmations, replacing those negative thoughts with positive affirmations. That's one of the things I love about Marissa Peer when she talks about repeating affirmations like I am enough or I am more than enough. Over time, these positive statements, they reshape your beliefs and they change that inner dialogue. That's the self-bullying. That's the self-talk, right? I do have a 20 gift you can have of 20 positive affirmations for self-worth to get in that cycle of rewiring that language that you use in your head. So I encourage you to get started today, training your mind to always see the best in yourself. Number 4 is visualizing success. And Dr. Joe Dispenza, who's amazing, suggests visualizing your success as if it's already happened, right? I learned it as playing the video forward, seeing yourself as if you already have had everything that you so desire is already yours. It's already happened. It's creating that mental image of your desired income, making it more achievable. It will be familiar when you get there, because it's already yours. Number 5 is practicing gratitude. Focusing on what you're grateful for can shift your mindset from lack to abundance. This simple practice can enhance your overall outlook and improve your self-talk. On days when you question yourself, I encourage you to do what my mentor, Danelle Delgado, does. She says, if you have a day where you're having like a poor me or I suck day, you actually sit down and write 100 things that you are grateful for. You will literally not be able to be steeped in anxiety or depression or any of those negative feelings because your joy cup will be overflowing, because it will remind you of how blessed you truly are. The two cannot coexist at the same time. Gratitude will always rise above and be louder. Spend that time, handwrite those 100 things you're grateful for, and it will change your vibration immediately. Number 6 is meditation and mindfulness. And this is a really personal one, I think. And I think it's different for all people. But think about incorporating meditation and mindfulness practices to calm your mind and really focus on these positive thoughts. Dr. Joe Dispenza emphasizes the power of meditation and reprogramming the mind, but it helps to create that new reality, that better reality, that place you want to be. You are the boss, applesauce, and you get to choose. And whether it's journaling, whether it's actually going through a guided meditation, I love the Balance app. If you have not used that before, I encourage that. You can get a whole year for free. Just go to your app store and look up the Balance app. Some amazing ones, especially if you're a beginner in that. Don't be daunted by that if you are. So I encourage you to do that. Number 7 is surrounding yourself with positivity. Spend time with people who uplift and support you. Positive social interactions can reinforce positive self-talk, but it's going to help you maintain that healthy, positive mindset as well. I encourage you to connect with every speaker in the summit today. Connect with the other participants. These are your people, right? These are the people who are where you want to be. These are the people that you want to learn how to think like they think. Connect with them, follow them, learn from them. These are the people who will lift you when you've had a temporary defeat. By the way, all defeats are temporary. Now, as I conclude, I want to just say that the power of your words cannot be overstated. By practicing positive self-talk, we can shape our reality in very profound ways. Improving our business success and personal relationships, they're so important. Dive into the teachings of Marissa Peer, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Wayne Dyer, Dr. Daniel Amen, and me, and all the rest of the speakers from today. You have the power to change your life right now by changing your thoughts. Start today by being mindful of your self-talk, consciously choosing words that uplift and empower you. How do I know that you're already equipped to do this? I know this because you are a one-of-a-kind snowflake, if you will. You are so unique that your DNA is not repeated anywhere in this entire world of 8 billion people. That makes you a literal one-of-a-kind, unrepeatable miracle. And I want to thank you for your time today. And I hope you leave with a renewed sense of power that your words and thoughts will create your reality. I'm just going to encourage you to make it a good show and enjoy every single moment of creating it, because I want to remind you that it is your time right now to stand up and stand out as that unrepeatable miracle that you are.